Hello folks, today you find me on my Honda NC750X. I'm out on a very long ride. It was a 275 mile round trip. It took me all day and I'm fully cameraed up, but I have a bit of a camera nightmare which I'll explain just in a moment. I've driven up from Dundee and I'm heading into a little village called Fettercairn. It's about 45 minutes to get here. Came up on the dual carriageway just to get that part of the ride over. Fettercairn's quite an old well-established village. We're about to go under the Royal Arch, which was built in 1864 to commemorate a visit from Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. Apparently they spent the night in the place. But it's got a long past. It's got Pictish roots, I believe. Fettercairn also has a distillery just down the road from where I am just now. I'm about to park up. I'm going to park up next to the shaft of a 16th century Mercat cross, which is in the village square. Normally I never see anyone when I come through here. It's usually deserted, but today there seems to be quite a few folk around, which is nice to see. Hello folks, you find me in Fettercairn today. A bit of a nightmare. I've forgotten the bracket for my helmet for the Action 3, so I don't know if any of this is going to come out because I've rigged up a temporary solution with the original DJI Action. Fettercairn's just a little village. Taking about 45 minutes to get here from Dundee. As you can see on the bike, I've got my 360 and I've got the other bike, the DJI Action on the bike. I've got a microphone going from there, so we'll see how that turns out. The intention is to head up towards Lossiemouth, but we'll see how time goes. It's getting a bit duller up here, so we'll see, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's get on the bike and let's see what we can get. So here we are on the bike, and you can see that I'm using the Insta 360 camera. I've got a temporary microphone wired up from the DJI Action 1, but unfortunately on this occasion it didn't work. It did work later on in the ride, but not at this part. So today's ride's quite a short one. It's this video covers 12 miles, about 20 minutes. You can see we're going from the square up to Greystane Wood. I'm using the Insta 360 camera as a fixed position. As you can see, we go over quite a few of these narrow little bridges on the journey throughout the day, but today it's just that one and one other that you'll get to see. I'm trying to salvage something out of the ride because it was just so good. So you're going to see a combination of the Insta 360 in a fixed position, the pillion position if you like, and you can see I've got an extra little passenger on the camera there on the 360, a bug that came. This part of the ride I've already recorded and I've got a video, and I'll put a link up there, so I'm not going to share too much of this. But the road that we're on is heading up towards the Cairn Mount, which is 1493 feet. You get terrific views from the top, and the other video that I've linked gives you drone footage as well. The place on the left hand side was a lovely place for stopping for food, but unfortunately, like a lot of places, have closed down now. So once we get up to Cairn Mount, we're going to go down the B974, which is the old military road, and it produces such magnificent views. And one of my favourite routes, and it's pretty quiet as well. This is one of the roads I've been trying to do for a little while now, but due to a combination of things, I just couldn't get out and do it. This is a Tuesday it was recorded, and I did intend to do it on the Monday, the day before, but I wasn't feeling too great. Picked up some kind of bug, so it kind of laid me low a little bit, but I was feeling a lot better today, although when you do eventually hear some commentary from me, you can hear I'm still a bit down. As you can see there, I'm pointing and doing commentary, but it's no use. This is us approaching the top. There's a cairn, that's the highest point, and now we start to go down and the vista opens up. It's absolutely fabulous. As well, I was wanting to do this route, and I've done it before, done it many times before. My destination is Lossiemouth now. I've seen that a couple of times in other videos, but I've never been in Lossiemouth, so I wanted to go there. But one of the other reasons for doing this run is I've got an up and coming trip. I'm leaving on the 19th of June, and I'll tell you more about that later, but I'm going to Europe, and one of the things I wanted to do was just to check my endurance, my stamina, make sure that I'm okay for such a long ride. And this is the kind of roads I'll be riding on, hopefully, when I do go to Europe. More details to follow, but I'll save that for after. I've still got things to sort out with it. I've still got places to book and various other bits and pieces. But I'll leave from Newcastle on the 19th of June, and that's when my adventure starts for 15 days. So the good news is, after a whole day of riding, I left 9:10 in the morning, and I got home at 6:35 in the evening, and there was only a really short break for a fuel top up and a coffee and a sandwich. My endurance and stamina was pretty good. I felt really good at the end of it. I was tired, of course, but it was a great outcome, and what a terrific day it was. I'll certainly get another 2 videos out of this trip. I won't need to do the voiceover for the 2. I might get a third one where the microphone stopped working again, so I might have to do a voiceover on it, but hey ho, we'll see what it is. It's just that the ride and the view, you look at that in front of you, it's just amazing. Well, it is to me. I just love riding roads like this, and I feel very fortunate that I live so close to such a great biking road. Now, I think in this part of it I mentioned Dodge 29 Nige, because he loves riding in Scotland, and this was the day he went in for his op, and I believe everything went okay. He's a bit sore, so get well soon, pal. Get you back out on that motorbike. I decided to take the NC750X on this long run simply because the seat's probably the least comfortable of all the bikes that I've got. It is quite a hard seat, and now I've had the bike for 5 years, so it's I'm used to it, but I still wanted to take this bike just to see how I coped with it, and it was absolutely fine. It was great. I love riding the NC750X. I've only had one bike. Which bike would I have? Well, I've got to say it would be the NC. The Royal Enfield's a terrific bike. The only downside about it is it's a bit small, 350. So for doing the long haul, such as these and other tours that I do, it's probably not suitable because it's got no wind protection or weather protection or stuff. But I love the looks of it. It's the best looking bike I've got out of the 3. And I love it. I love taking it up to Shetland, and it was great fun. But overall, it's not the best. Here's another little one of these little narrow bridges, by the way. The NT is a big touring bike. It's all ready. It's just been serviced. It's going to go to Europe with me, and I love riding that bike as well. But I wouldn't take the NT on some of the places I would take the NC. So for me, it's all about the balance and what the bike can do. This is us coming to the end of the ride, and you'll see in front of you a rarity there, an AA box. Don't see many of them nowadays. Anyway, this is me deciding which way I want to go, and I do. So I stop here, and this will be the end of the first video. I hope you enjoyed this. Some beautiful scenery. Leave your comments below. Let me see how you got on. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.